Hello, I forgot to turn the light on. It's a little late. Sorry about that. I was very quickly patching up my Remembrance Trailblazer because I didn't really have a build for them yet, which I kinda do need. Apparently, I have kinda goated character loadouts. You know? We take this dub. Or at least kinda goated relics. Because I just said, okay, smart equip. I want this. And it was just like, yeah, sure, here, 167 speed. I don't understand why this gets a B though, but it is what it is. Because that would mean that my Thirda should get a pretty high grade. Yeah, it does. What kind of stats do they want on this character, man? Do they think I would want on this character? Because like here they're going for more damage. I'm sorry, but all these stats are just directly worse. Oh, none of these subsets are useful. Well, guess you should have slotted in better things then. Anyways, man, it feels so quiet. It feels so damn quiet. But the idea was to start with the 3.1 story or the 3.2 story quest. This can technically roll speed. Hold on, give me a second. Put that in there. What happens when I do this? That's a little bit more speed. Do I want the speed or the crit damage? I think I would like the defense more. How you doing, Simon? I'm a tad bit annoyed because I spent 150 pulls on Castris earlier. I'm gonna have to grind again. I spent 150 pulls on Castris, and I pulled an 80, and it was, where is it? Here you can see how long this took, right? I pulled an 80. Get your free character? No, I'm not going to. And it was Himiko. Like you can see this is gonna take like much longer, and it's still gonna be on today. Spent a couple minutes as sitting IRL with a friend of mine who also plays this game. Like, look at how horrible my pulls were. It was 80 and then another 80. Because in the meantime, you got enough of these to do this, right? So I got a Himiko, and then I did get Castris, but I've been whiffing on this so far. Now, if you give me a second, I might just be able to... If I go to Star Rail Station... Import this real quick. Using PowerShell. Yeah, it can store items in pertinent storage. But she got her own intro animation. I think she's really cool. But I'm not sure I like my build for her, because I had very mediocre gauntlets. And I only just built, or quote unquote built, RMCs. So this is the best I have for Castris's gauntlets. Let me get it on this set real quick. Like, this is ass. This is ass. This is ass too. Then I could roll on this, but the chance I get something good from this is very low. And then this is ass. And this is like really mediocre. Let me check. Yeah, I pulled 78 on Himiko and 79 on Castris, which was really unfortunate. And now I'm on 21 pity on the light cone. Maybe if I get Giga Lucky. But she's got to get an actual light cone on here first. The only one I have is this, which I have on Aglaya. And I don't think, yeah. I mean, this could technically go on Aglaya, right? So this is decent on Aglaya. But I don't have any super impositions. I'll probably just temporarily take this and check, see what the final health comes out to. That is over 7k, but it unfortunately isn't. It unfortunately isn't the signature cone, but it is what it is. As for the quote-unquote free character, I'm gonna sit on this a while. I don't see the point to taking a Lucha, who I have E0. E1's not gonna do much for me. It's a 20% attack increase, which is not important. And then I have my Ronmei E0 too. And while E1's decent, and I use Ronmei practically everywhere, I'm not quite sure I want to take it. Here you can see that I didn't shell out. I actually took a spreadsheet, right? I made an Excel spreadsheet during lunch for the hell of it. If you check the pouch right here, right? So this is all doubled up. So you get double the value. Basically, the sum of this costs approximately 220 euros. And that would be enough to get the entirety of this. Well, I think it's funny, right? Because I was talking to that friend of mine. This is in-game. This is in-game. This is a fucking in-game phone wallpaper. Or at least that's what I think it is. Because it doesn't look like it's, like, out... Because this looks in-game. Trailblazer's exclusive phone case. It sounds like you're just gonna get a new phone case for the main character. And then this. Like, no thanks. I also think it's very funny how these, right? These are locked behind Nameless Honor. They're on level 10. You only get one a patch. So you would have to get the battle pass for 4 patches to be able to actually get use out of these. Now, I already do, because I like playing this game enough that I don't mind doing that. But I do know of my friend who just wanted to get an S1 of the battle pass light cone so he could slot it on one of his characters. Do I have a team overview? Which of the teams do I not use? I'm sorry, it's dots. So, let's quickly throw in, where is she? Castres, we take Remembrance MC. And here's the thing, right? So, I'm not sure I want Gallagher or Remembrance, Gallagher or Lucha. Because I personally prefer Lucha, but I've heard that Gallagher is better. And I forgot to put this light cone back on. Oops. Yeah, that might have been why my Link show was cooking so well earlier. I use Lucha Light Cone on Link. Hold on, let me show you. I use Lucha Light Cone on Link Show. Where is it? Abundance. I use this on Link Show because she always gets 9 additional energy for every single attack she does. And then having the additional speed is kind of nice. And then you just run it with Dance Dance Dance, Trailblazer, you have Ronmei, you have Fugue, and you just spam skill and ultimate. In Pure Fiction, it's kind of good. I like it. Just realized, I have this. Do I even have this, like, max superimposed? Because I thought I was using this. Oh, now I do. I thought this was a pretty good cone on Huahua. I need to actually get rid of some of these. Because, like, it's not as if I'm going to use it. Anyways, I actually took a bit of time to go through this and already start playing it in the hopes that I could get, you know, in the hopes that I could get something out of this. The TLDR is, no, I can't. But I can't press this button to level up a character and then waste all my money. Look! And then they have in-game gambling. Holy shit, it's gambling inside of a gambling game. And while I'm here, might as well just do this real quick. Can't do much harm, you know? The venue buffs have changed. The fuck do you mean? Well, whatever. Anyways. Took you 9 hours to finish it? Well, that sounds like a skill issue, not gonna lie. I've done as much as possible before the story quest. Let's see, what's the story recap? Oh, this is actually kind of cool. I've done as much as possible before starting this to get a bunch of jade, but I'm gonna be harvesting as much as I can from this patch, because I kind of want to see if I can get Castor's light cone. That would be really nice. Okay, so basically, this happens, that happens. Yeah, we were there. Mighty becomes a guy. Trian dies. Yeah, sure, but we can go there. Is the volume alright, by the way? Let's turn it up slightly. This might be a bit better, but it feels a little loud for me right now. And my system sound is lower than it used to be on my old PC, so I had to change a lot of the audio tuning. Oh, I can't wait to hear Mem continuously yap. Oh, it's going to be lovely, I promise. I wonder how much voice acting is missing this patch, because I know there's gonna be a bunch. Also, yeah, okay. Hey Hector, how you doing? I actually noticed that I've been paying even less attention to the Discord recently. There's just so much to read, like I can't be bothered to read all of it, so I don't read any of it. And then I go do something else. And then there's a whole bunch of more messages that I can't be bothered to read. Because y'all are cool and friends and yapping. And I just don't have the time or attention span to engage right now. I honestly, you know, I don't know if I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this on stream. I probably didn't, because I don't think I streamed on Mondays. I don't think I streamed this Monday. But I had an exam on Monday for statistics that didn't go great. But I had an exam yesterday, and I have the feeling I kind of cooked. So, hopefully that balances each other out. I know it won't, but you know, I can dream. Excuse me. Anyhows. Time to get that core flame. Also, should I grab Finn? I'm in the mood to grab Finn.
I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
So how's the audio on this? Is it okay? Need to be louder, need to be quieter? Because I can't really see outside of like the audio bar. But I'm not good with the audio bar. I could turn it up slightly if you'd like me to. I kind of want to turn it up slightly. Long day today. Yeah, voice goes up slightly. Let's turn all of this up slightly.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited.
Minecraft and Dan Hong still muted. That's a shame.
The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, The closer exams
Whew.
go,
Ay,
the
ay,
more
ay, ay.
efficient I became at tackling
Yeah.
everyday
This is not going to be a long one
tasks.
today, guys.
Anything but my actual studies.
So one of the things I did, for example, at the start of a new season, like each week, there's like, oh, get this many stars in. I actually no, I think this is a seasonal thing, like patch-wide battle pass challenge, where she's like, oh, get this many stars in Memory of Chaos, beat this amount of bosses in Apocalyptic Shadow. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go very quickly, do a couple of the low tier bosses and do a couple of the lowest tier pure fiction stages to get those clears, so I could have one more pull. It's real bad. It's really bad.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
Oh.
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fate.
I love the Castris Aglaya hate bandwagon, by the way. It's great. Like,
Students would often rush to the podium.
Anaxa is not Castris Aglaya, dude. It's late, okay. Just the hate between Anaxa and Aglaya. And I love how Anaxa's probably still gonna be a bit cocky, but now that he's a Titan in him, he's just gotta cope.
May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa
Holy shit, lore
always
dump.
been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be tense.
Fuck
While you were
hell.
studying there, I assume
not even
you
that
must
late.
have heard of his nickname.
A Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
Okay.
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve.
I will not long, probably like maximum 2 hours.
As a Chrysos heir,
I thought
he
I'd
refuses
sneak
to
some
keep
in,
the
so
prophecy,
maybe I could get some
while he
additional jade.
disrespects the gods.
So I could, you know, maybe get the Castris light cone.
The gods have
I would love to
chosen
have the
him.
Castris light cone.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
Did he run away? Did he like it?
With all due
Aw.
respect, I'd like
It'd have been
know
funny to
what
chase him
you
down,
think.
like
In light of his assistance in
just
battle
chase him
against the
down.
Flame
Honestly, I
Reaver,
just wanted to be
I'm
like a
ready to
fucking
grant
brain
him
dead
some
moron
time
and just
to
run
find
after a
way
guy.
to remove the cold blade.
The brain. Okay, I'm sorry, but the brain rot's really bad to the point that I thought it'd be funny to just randomly chase a guy in a video game. Now imagine that was IRL. I'd probably get arrested. But oh my, holy moly, man! I love exams, dude. I'm not even halfway in. Oh. To think that I technically should have had enough sleep. But clearly my body's saying I haven't. And I've only started feeling like this the second I pressed the start stream button. What's wrong with me today, man? Also, I'm hopefully going to be able to store, actually on my disc, the footage from these streams. So the VODs channel will have shit footage because, you know, VODs channel gets directly uploaded from Twitch. There's 2 layers of compression in there. And then I'm currently manually recording on my computer in the hopes that I will be able to actually use proper video resolution for once I'm going to start editing as soon as my exams are done. awake off. I woke up at like fucking... What, like... 11? I was like, I'm not gonna bother waking up early if I don't have to go anywhere. And then I ended up having to go out somewhere. And, yeah. So it's been 11 hours now. I've been awake. And I can honestly feel the world trembling around me. It's slowly falling apart by my presence. And that's not to say that my aura is too strong. I'm just a computer scientist and I stink. And everyone else keeps coughing so loud the floor shakes. Alright. We go
However,
next.
If Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Just as I feared.
The
Was that a
Thanatos
decent bit?
journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect,
What do you mean?
Anaxa is
Coughing
making
so loud the
decision.
floor shakes. Well, you know how when you're coughing, right, you cause vibrations, not only in sound, but technically also in your body. Those vibrations could, you know, be transferred into the ground. It's like an earthquake, from just, like the ground shaking when something heavy falls. But it's just every person around me coughing. Which, of course, is to an extreme, and I haven't had anyone tell me that I smell like shit. I'm just taking the piss about the stereotype of computer scientists never knowing what a shower is. And never going outside.
Still, I can't help.
To that extent, I can tell you, computer scientists would be terrible biologists because we see a tree and we think it'd be funny to tell the other computer scientists to go and lick it. Which, to be fair... It is kind of funny. Fuck, man, I'm so cooked. Oh, I love playing video games, right, guys? It's not gonna take 9 hours to get through this. It's gonna take fucking 20. Oh my days, it's gonna be shit. I know one of my friends. He expected he'd only have to practice for one of the 2 upcoming exams that he has. And then he found out yesterday evening that that's in fact a lie and he has to practice for both. And he was planning to like waste like a whole day playing the new HSR patch tomorrow. And that's now not happening. He was so disappointed that he was allowed to take an exam instead of, you know, had the time to play a game. Even funnier, right? This guy, he had like 250 pulls. He failed the 50-50, so he got the character in 180. Sorry, in 160 pulls, because it was 80-80 after failing a 50-50 to I think Yangqing. And then he proceeded to lose the 75-25 on the Castris Lightcomb banner with 40 pulls to Time Waits for No One, which honestly is not a bad cone on Castris because it has that much base HP. But all things considered, still not great. Because now he doesn't have the light cone. I thought it'd be funny to mention to him that, you know, he does technically have one of the best in slots like cones now.
I understand
It's just that
those
anything
feelings.
you wanted to see,
Let's continue this
of everything
discussion
you wanted to see,
further.
it was not that.
But now, let's greet our guest.
Thanks for the me,
You're
right?
here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
We're gonna die in the trial, I swear.
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Holy shit. Mem is a beast? That's not a beast, Aglaya. That is a creature. That is a creature. You cannot call Mem a beast. What the fuck? No, I refuse. I refuse. Mem, you are a creature. You do not get the status of little dog, nor sacred beast.
Surrendering the courtroom
You are like
is a
on level
conscious
with the.
duty. Your selfless
Oh,
assistance
shit.
is deeply appreciated.
Anyway, you're like, Mem is like on level with the how do I say this? I have some random souvenir here. This is a wooden sheep. I think it's kind of cute. Mem is on level with this creature. I don't give it any higher status. Do I discriminate? Talk to my lawyer. Also, I'm gonna probably grab something to drink real quick, because I'm fucking thirsty. So... While I'm gone real quick, I'm gonna put the shark in the chair so you have a little guy to keep you entertained. Alright, big guy. There we go. Ah, holy shit, the blowhigh is streaming. Look at him go. The light's a little oversaturated, but I should be able to fix that when I do this. There you go, way better. Alright, I'm not gonna put my headphones on it, but I'm just gonna grab something to drink real quick. I'll be fine. Yeah, man. Just 1 second. Alright. This channel's ready to evolve. You're saying that almost as if I should start becoming a VTuber, which I'd rather not, if that's okay with you. I think a cool PNG tuber could be an option. I'd use it. But 3D blowhigh model? No thanks. I'm not putting words in your mouth, I'm speculating out loud.
However, I urge
About the gur emoji all over the place.
accepting the
Well, go for it. I'm gonna
Becoming a demigod
have
means
Finn on the
forsaking
camera for a while because I
humanity.
think he's a little cute.
You will inherit Oryx's
A cute
divinity
guy.
and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point on, your
Should
fate
be
will
fine. Can I
forever
dim this light?
intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis. On the contrary, you are the only one who
Finn,
qualifies
kill him,
to
take back your
attain
spot.
divinity.
Finn wasn't here. Finn was right over there on the
I
desk
do
while I
not
was
wish to
gone.
pressure you.
Big guy on the bed, lounging with the sheep. Hold on, let me show you. Here we go. He's back on the bed, lounging with the sheep. Finn, take your new spot. Finn is illiterate. He's a little dumb. I love him. You know. Actually, fun fact: my dad saw me send a couple cheap plush images to one of my friends because I thought they were cute, and he yelled at me, like, "No way, you still do this." Cope, cope. Who's gonna overthrow you now? The only one that can overthrow me is me.
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanisopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
I'm so tempted to just dip and see what happens. Nah, but I thought I'd get a funny secret ending.
You know that Titan rather well.
Hold on.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
Yeah, cause Mem is like a remembrance creature.
But I can vouch for Mem's work.
Give me the strength to send this email. I need to send it right
I
now.
heard the Titan's groans.
Delete the concept. Crawl into a corner, into a little bowl, grab a pillow and weep. Then rewrite it from scratch. And just click send, because who's gonna stop you? It's for a group project of the high cheese.
Please, Memmy Mem Mem. Memmy Memmy Mem. Memmy Memmy Mem Mem. Mem Memmy Memmy Mem Mem. Mem Memmy Mem 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 Mem.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima.
Yeah,
Now
give me
Honeydew is no longer able
give
to
me Jade.
express the
Right,
extent
right,
of
sure.
gratitude.
Like lying, you probably have some shiny stones that I can trade in, right? I need money desperately. I need this Lycon. I was probably gonna skip an axe anyway. I need this Lycon, please.
When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
So, by the way, one of the reasons why I was gonna skip Anaxa is because Anaxa would be like a very good hyper carry or solo unit, but also, if I want teammates for the third team, then I don't see a point in having Anaxa when Jade already did. Hey, Ekton, do you want to do the honors or should I? Thanks. Hold on. I'm gonna very quickly go into my moderation settings and ban that. Hold on. Blocked terms and phrases. This is a private. There you go. Yeah, add another private term. Alright, I'm getting rid of all this. By the way, one of the upsides of me streaming right now is I'm literally getting star rail drops from streaming. This is kind of based. And if I do this for 2 hours, I get 30 jade. Hey, you get that too. I'm first. I'm so girly pop. Hell yeah, cheese. What kind of culture shock, like, am I gonna get when I properly engage with the Discord server again? Because I'm just so busy lately. Like, I just can't. I can't be bothered. Also, I might need to actually read how... Hold on a second. What's going on here? Nah, why not, you know? I have space. It'll be fine. I might need to read as to what this guy's abilities actually do, because I don't remember. Well, this is like the technique. Dimension, delays the action, deals ice damage, sure, whatever. Deals some damage. Summons mem. Grants mem charge. Okay, grants 40 charge. Restores half of mem's health. Mem is 130 speed. Every 10 energy is 1 charge. Additional, yep. Cool. Max energy of an ally target. Oh, cool. So it's just like if you overcap, it's not too bad. Memo sprite skill, so he gives themselves more stuff. And then grants them mem support. And then this is increases crit damage. He summons his persona. Oh yeah, baby, for my Dr. Ratio I'm not getting anything in it. Dr. Ratio is so much fun to play around with, though. He's such a cool unit. Especially, I think, with Cypher is going to be really good for him. Crit rate of allied targets. Yeah, okay. I actually think... Hold on, because this is 10% crit rate. And then this is... Okay, so that's just crit damage. If I'm not mistaken, in combat, I will be overcapping on crit rate. Like, pretty heavily. This is already a crit damage piece. Oopsie daisies. Do I have a better crit damage roll on this though? That's so ass. I need a good set of gauntlets too, but I think I'm just out of materials because I'm at 80. Like what if I just quickly do this real quick? I can't even do customized, I don't think. I think I'm just out of customization materials. They should be in here, right? It's in one of these tabs, trust. I know what I'm doing. Huh. The chest finderinator. Forgot that's a thing. Casually, we have the core flame of time, and it's a lower rarity than, I don't know, like a gold coin. Oh, I have this. I might want to burn that. I have a couple of those. Big win. And I need to hand these in. Now, well, it is what it is, you know. Actually, hold on. Vortex. Need to continue the Trailblaze mission to increase max level. I'm gonna fall over and die. Fun fact, by the way, because I have E6 Yanqing and I have 1 silver, I've decided to keep Yanqing in this. He's gonna get replaced with Fu Xuan as soon as I can. I'm gonna keep Yanqing in this, so that if I get another Yanqing, I get a gold. I can make a gold out of it. At that point, you know, it's not that big a deal, because that just means I have an Eidolon for a future character in the back pocket. Because like out of the characters that are like in the game right now that I don't own, I really don't want any of these. I really do not mind not having them. And then Anaxa's probably going to be another one of those. We'll see. Because I haven't truly seen his kit. I'll see that when he comes out. Alright.
Mister. It's not previously. I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Drienne had gifted. Although personal properties should... No, it's just an ordinary... It just contains... It swallowed the princess of the city whole before...
Oops, me when I clicked too fast. Contains an
it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
Mem.
How was it touching? Because
I
I'm
think so too.
because I'm weird, okay?
Mem.
I love how I look at Finn, like I'm about to ask you, like, hey Finn, what are your thoughts? First of all, as if he isn't a plushie, and second of all, even if he wasn't a plushie, as if this little guy had anything going on up here. I don't know, man. He's just so cute. He looks so dumb. Like, he looks so stupid. Like, he was squeesh. There's no brain up there. You know those kinds of like very stupid cats that are like adorable to look at? To me, that is what Finn is. The worst part is, I have this Finn, and there's another Finn I regularly talk to. One of my friends. And like, I really hope that this doesn't get taken out of context and shown to him, because that would be awkward.
The author of this book is
No.
Arcadia, a
Okay.
wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Arcadia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive. That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like...
I do like how there's just a lot of storytelling in this. I know it might not be the most engaging nor entertaining.
When I was
hold on.
helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden.
So,
Despite having visited
okay, maybe I should have
Elysium
turned that off.
Forest, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity...
someone emailed all aerospace undergrads. That's kind of funny. We had one of those emails go out, like when I still was following calculus, because I passed that course by now. Oh no. Because one of the administrators for calculus accidentally sent an email to all calculus and not to calculus for mechanical engineering. Calculus in our university is so big that each division of the uni has their own calculus curriculum that's supposed to be tailored to their needs. But if it was, then I would have probably had geometric series, like more intense, some formulas, as well as Either I would have had complex numbers, or they wouldn't have put complex numbers in my statistics exam. Still a little pissed about that. Never got those in my curriculum, and suddenly they give us complex numbers. It's kind of ridiculous.
Forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
Okay. But I kind of want to talk about it now, because it's kind of cool. Please? Aww. I'm so sad. I forgot to get the weekly shards. What the fuck? Am I seeing that correctly? No, I'm not. I thought that was Sunday. I was like, what the hell? What the flip? I thought I didn't think that was Finon because like Sunday and Finon's like hair color and like suit color is kind of the same. I'm impatient. I want my loot. I don't know what I can do with the rest of these, but it'll be fine. Actually, I do think I did finish the... Because this is the Murmuring Woods. Did I get all of these? I did. Oh, I might need to go grab this real quick. That might be a good idea. I don't know what it's for. It might be for wind. But even then, it might be a good idea to quickly nap this, so I don't have to... Do we want to try this out? You know what, why not? What's their health like? It'll be high. Blow it up.
I only wish that death may protect us.
Yeah, here I go.
Estimating us will cost you. It's coming.
I might have to pop a low chill.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return.
Well, Mem's not in charge. I need to stop. Hold on. I don't need Mem to be charged quite yet. Well, this is gonna be too late, isn't it? Shit. Oopsies. Ah, well.
Cherish the time before your soul withers. I grant you this, as you wish.
Oh, is that 18% charge in one go? That's decent, I guess. How the fuck do you get below there again? I forgot. Oh. What's the big guy? You drop. What do you drop? Is this for wind? This is for oh, I never got that. Okay. But I should have all the nymphs here. I do. Castrum. Yeah, sure, I'm missing more. Not that I was gonna use that, but nymphs done. I think I should have all the nymphs done then. Yeah, definitely have all of them done. Alright, good.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for a while longer?
Alright, let's go.
That's right.
Citizens Assembly.
Partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know. Good news? I wouldn't call it that. Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
Oh, great. And it's gonna happen now, isn't it?
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue. That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs, and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in
Man,
the
I'm getting a politics
100
class from
years,
some random
the
silverhead
voices
guy in
supporting
an
the
anime
opposition
game.
have
I'd
been
rather
growing
not.
stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation. I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa. Aglaya will surely take back Circe's core flame, but with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been so
Hey, how are you doing,
concerned about
Melanation?
his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself.
What am I even looking at right now? So this is Star Rail. It's a game I play in my free time, and that I've been streaming the... streaming the story content for a little bit. But last times, I tended to, you know, only stream part of it and then solo play most of it. And this time I'm going to try to not accidentally play through 75% of the patch on my own. It's a very slow start though. So I understand if you get bored. If you want me to put some extra energy into things, I can. It's, I can't say I'm proud that I played this game. But I also can't say I dislike it. Also, thanks for the follow. So that's basically what we're doing right now. We're just listening to a couple guys yap about politics. I'm not gonna lie, I'm almost falling asleep. I kind of want to skip through it, but also this is story content, so...
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught...
Oh, not again, man. I thought I just stopped yawning.
Been considered an important ally of Akima.
But that's the TLDR.
Do not wish to see
If you want, I'm
comrades
down to
turn
explain how the actual gameplay of the game works. It's a turn-based game. Like, turn-based strategy, but most of the work goes into actual team building.
I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then,
Okay, no, I'm starting to get actually bored. I know, Sarah. Okay, cool. So what we're doing is we're playing through 3.2, and I'm not bowling because I lost a 50-50 to Himiko early today. Actually, hold on, give me 1 second. The chat is so difficult to read. Hold on, let me... Why is it giving you 3 different colors on my client? Like on... Let me switch accounts really quick. Sure thing. I have on my OBS your name in yellow, your name in like cyanish gray, and then also in blue in 3 different tabs. Because I have studio mode. So I have my current view, which has a certain color. Then for some reason the other view has yellow, which is the preview of the current thing I'm working with. So I moved this to the side, which I might move it slightly more, but you know, we'll see. MLT. Much better. No idea that was you, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the offset of the chat on the screen like this, but I also don't really want to have it like over the... You know what? Maybe this works fine. Maybe this works fine. We'll figure it out. You know, I'm not going to think too much about this because it's already kind of late. And I clearly did not have much, like, mental capacity.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Oryx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating.
I like listening to the story,
I remember that they
but...
seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength.
Let me blow some shit
We'll
up,
meet at the vortex in
man.
a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find...
Okay, whatever. I'll read through it later. Yeah, it's right there. Eeper Sleepers. Let's see. Trial. Everything will be fine. If we die, you know, we fall over and die. It's Casper's match. We're gonna fall over and die. It's gonna go very wrong. It's gonna go very wrong.
Esteemed one, Oryx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of an...
They haven't even checked if my gold is blood. My blood is gold.
Little Gray, and your resolves cannot be questioned. Get ready to assume Oryx's divinity.
Okay, sure, divinity time. Actually, talking about divinity, I have Divinity Original Sin 2, and I really want to play it. But I'm just in the middle of, like, exams and stuff.
We can feel the space of the trial closing.
Let's see,
As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Give me, like, a good color. I have one of these hue lamps, so I thought I'd use it. But also, I'm in very bad luck right now, because the light... Oh. I pressed the button and it's brighter now. I like the hue lamp because, you know, it's a little bit of front-facing light that makes it such that it doesn't just look like this, which is dark and boring and a little grey. And I know the camera quality's ass, but if we ignore that, it's shit. It's shit like this. So I turned the lamp on. But now I'm one of those stereotypical zoomers with a hue lamp. And I'll admit, I'm not sure which I like more. Is Zoom the right generation for that? I thought there was some joke. Like, there was some generation that always has, like, a hue lamp that they have, like, with comfort colors, and they sit in that. Just like how boomers keep complaining about their partners or something. I don't know. It's whatever. Stereotypical shit jokes. I'm not socially aware enough of any of this. I should shut up. Alright.
Core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great veil, it shall now be returned by the 2 elected heroes of the Chrysosairs.
Sacred beast. That is not a beast. We established this earlier. That is a creature.
And this Both of you, please
I love how Trianon does not accept, like, does not.
Recite along with us.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
O Majesty of the 12 Titans, we seek your divinity to fill our bodies with blood of gold. These are just words meant to make the prayers.
Should go to sleep, gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Hold on. What are you waking up this early for? Holy shit, man. What are you waking up that early for? What do you do for a living that you need to be up at 4:30? Man, I'd fall over and die. I would straight up die from a lack of sleep. That is, to me, that is very abstract. Because I have to be at uni at 9 usually, and I cannot wake up before 8. Now, I'm very lucky that I live close to uni, but still.
And surrender.
Cutscene? Oh, there's the awkward automated message again. Oh. Flashbang.
Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Oh, yikes. I see. So it's just a lot of commuting. Good luck, man. I hope you have a good night's rest then. Once we get the control over time, could we literally create a time loop if we want?
Last time I heard this, things didn't turn out that well.
Don't worry, Aglaya. He's tougher than I am, right?
No, I'm not. Alright, go in now. Go on. It's time to have actual fun. We're gonna go into a fun realm of schizophrenia.
Traveler from beyond the sky. Let us pray that the Titan.
Although he loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, his determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. He will definitely succeed. While he's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Uh-oh.
Speak. I'm listening.
Oh, we get to miss out on the chat.
Slap, slap. Wake up.
Good music, though.
How is it? How do you feel?
Holy fuck, finally. Holy shit. Best batch of Star Rail mem doesn't destroy my brain cells anymore.
That's right. Look. I don't know what happened, but I'm able to talk. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother, it hurts. Have I finally reached the end?
This is kind of cool that we can actually listen to Orynyx.
Coming to an end.
Orynyx. Oh, how heartbreaking. ever since the figure, we are going to help alleviate their memories. Broken.
Hey, Ed, how you doing? We're playing game.
Who are they calling out for?
Oh, I think I know who they're calling out for. Hold on. Give me a second. Where are they? Right here. No good. You're doing, I mean, I'm kind of balling right now. Statistics didn't go great, but my other exams are going alright. Big gaming. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily big gaming. I wouldn't call this the most skill-intensive game. But I like this game for its art style and its story, and I kind of like the gameplay too. It's just, like, nice and calm. It's one of those comfy games that I just play to relax. Use statistics. Yeah, unfortunately, if I want to get a bachelor's degree to start out, I would need to pass statistics, because otherwise I can't do science. I am John P. Value. Okay, that was cringe. That was cringe. Never mind. I never said that. Nope. 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 I hated it too. My statistics class. The teacher is a nice person and she's very smart, but she's not the first teacher that I've had that isn't necessarily the best at conveying the information. And the course is structured in a way such that you go from very generalized maths into non-generalized solutions. So instead of building up the application of theory to the actual theory itself. You'll have statistics too on ING study? What do you mean? I should only have one statistics course in my curriculum.
Nice.
I already checked. And I'm not taking another one. I refuse. I might need to get more of these. So it's been a little while since you've last been around, though.
It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you.
Still don't fully understand everything, and some things I learned manually, like monkey. Yeah, I mean, I'm just bawling. Our structure is very weird. Yeah, I've been working. Yeah, fair enough. I've been studying. I was planning on getting a job after my first year because I need to get my binding study recommendation so I can stay in this uni. Which would be nice. I would really like to stay in this uni. So far it looks like I'm getting it though, but, you know, get everything I must. Or everything I can. Pass a course here, pass a course there. It's just a ton of work. But I'm really liking it, and I'm making a lot of friends, so that's good. Or at least I'd like to think I'm making a lot of friends. I don't know if they consider me a friend, because I'm quite the moron IRL, but if we ignore that, you know, that's just something I'm not gonna think about. Like, talking from how I think about people, they probably consider you a friend. Well, yeah, but hopefully. If they didn't, I'd have serious trouble. Like, how would I have messed that up? Oh, that would have been real bad then. dorms did fucking wonders for my social life. I'm still living with my parents.
Orynyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
Don't make it this easy. Come on.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something, just one thing.
Lacking something. What is it?
Alright, come on.
What you lack is a future.
Damn, okay, what the fuck? Let me process that real quick. So the thing you're missing is a future. Does this have to do with the finality, that their future lives in the past?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already.
Oh shit, what's going on?
From the Sky Father. Stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away. Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
Okay, what the fuck? That's kinda cool.
What?
Cringe happened today? Ooh. What was going on? Do you mean that I'm already dead? Yeah, that's clearly what she's saying. Hey, Castros, come fish me up real quick. But what kind of cringe happened today? Tell me about it. Real shit happening? Yeah. I figured there was something fucky going on right here. So that means Dan Heng's also dead. And that's also why we can't send messages to the outside. Or we can't go to the outside at all. Because then that would mean that Amphorius, the current Amphorius we live in, everyone's dead and everyone is only memories. And I think Castris might be the only person alive. If Castris is even alive. Huh. Uni has 2, one is taken for next 3 weeks, and someone stole one from in front of you. Is that what happened? Broke down to... Oh no, that's even worse. That's even worse. Let me guess, it's gonna take more than 3 weeks to get fixed. Let me get the fix real quick for you, Onyx. I'm just gonna stand up from the dead. 1 to 2 months, because fuck me. That is so unfortunate.
Is collapsing. Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, Emphorius will succumb to eternal disorder.
Oh, you fucking wheezing impact of negative temperatures on batteries, no. No shitting you in the freezer. Oh my god.
Time never compromises. Never bears grudges.
That is very unfortunate to hear that the thing you needed broke down.
Forgives. Never makes a choice. Child of humanity. Time. Restraint.
Oryx's divinity is dissipating?
Strider of remembrance. My strength. I shall entrust to you.
Okay, so we are officially Pathstrider of Remembrance. Does that imply that we are also Pathstrider of the Harmony and Pathstrider of the Preservation? Or are we... No, because if you get Glimpse, you're not immediately an Emanator, right? Like, they just look at you. They don't necessarily give you access to that much of their powers. Science, that's how.
The fate of the world. If you wish to save it, go and find your future that has been stolen. Even if that means you'll have to cheat.
Ah, I've done that before. It'll be fine. I got stabbed by this old icy woman in some planet called Jarilo 6, and then I suddenly woke up and took the thing, and I set it on fire instead of the fire turned to ice. Sorry, the ice turned to fire, and then I stabbed the old icy woman with the pricky stick. It dealt 0 damage because that kid is garbage.
Challenge that. And the shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
That's why we didn't die to Castris's embrace, because we were already dead. Damn, okay. Sure, they are very much cooking with this story, huh? Brother, you are dead. Can't wait for the reaction later in the story. You're gonna have to wait. Oh, goddamn it, Dunhung. Fuck you. So he didn't die, and instead I just died. I also thought the Stellaron was your life support system, but it seems like this hypothesis has been disproven. With an alpha of 0.05? we're gonna give Castris a hug, and we're gonna go to the Shadow Realm, and then we're gonna go, tell the guy that has us down there, hey, let me out, and then we go fusion, and, like, power overwhelming, and suddenly we are cool and based and have a future, and then we walk out of there, and then we wake up in Castris' embrace, and we fucking die again. I swear to God.
I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her?
I changed to Japanese voice while doing the quest. I'm not doing that.
Always been looking for.
I would like to be able to listen to the characters whenever they speak.
There's probably no one else that understands death better than her. Oh,
It's kind of cool that we're already dead, though.
there's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
Japanese voice is freaking good. That's cool and all, but I still prefer English. I'm sorry. I don't want to be racist or anything, but the Japanese voices in this game do not sound anything more to me like maybe with some other accent. It's straight incomprehensible to me. I do not speak even a single word of Japanese. So I thought I heard money. Sorry, I got
I'm right here.
it tickled the ick, you know. How can you even walk on the grass, Cass?
Please stay there and slowly turn around. Please pardon me.
Death was not thorough. Is this just like, hey, here you go? Okay, yeah, that is exactly what's going on.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky.
You've used Japanese since played Honkai Impact 3rd.
Would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Mister, if my abrupt behavior just now offended
No,
you,
it's all good, girlie. You have zero physical contact with people and kinda are traumatized about that. I don't mind getting smacked on the cheek once. Next time, ask.
I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace...
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. But, mister, would you be willing to let me... I have...
Hey, she asked.
Never touched the living in this way before. If my action... I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. Ah. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it.
You know, originally I thought I had something to do with the Stellaron, which is why we weren't affected. Because Stellaron says no. Well, main character syndrome, we're just built different. Or if Amphorius is fake, so everyone's dead, and it's just like a bunch of looping memories, and Danhong and I are the only people alive on the planet, like the actual only alive people. Technically, Trailblazer isn't a Stellaron. We are technically a living being, but we carry it around with us. But basically, if we're the only people alive, then technically Casterus's power would just be the reboot button. Or the reload button on an entity. Or maybe she's the memory management system? Garbage collector. JVM garbage collector.
It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, mister. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the way
classes
to
from 8
find
tomorrow. Have a good one.
Ghost.
It's nice to hear from you again, Ed.
Flame.
It's good to see you.
Personally return to
I
you.
hope, you know,
Life
something about
lost
that
too
Deep
soon.
Freezer can be done soon. Twitch chat is slow. I think it always is. Isn't it? I mean, the chat on the screen is always slow, because it takes a couple seconds for the amount of data to go to Twitch, go through processing. I already minimized the stream delay as much as I can, because I had to set up almost everything completely from scratch. So, you know.
I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind.
Promise? Did I miss something?
Before I manage to deliver on this promise,
It'll be delivered tomorrow. You know,
please do your
I
best
mean,
to
if
hang
it
on.
works, but it could still be better.
Glorious.
Kitchen freezer.
Needs you.
Hopefully, it's on the budget of the university.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well.
Yeah, okay. That does not tell me that it
Actually,
was
whether
bought
your
on
current
university
situation can
budget.
be described as well. Also,
Oh
pieces
dear.
of the Styxian
Have a nice
Temple.
one.
Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
So Danhong, next time please bring up that when I have like a fully split open skull and my brains are gushing out in one moment, and then the second moment you wake up and I'm like doing a little tap dance next to you, like wake up, wakey wakey, rise and shine. That I had a fracture in my skull and my brains were seeping out, and that this is not normal behavior for someone who just had their skull split open. What the fuck is wrong with that guy? Oh man, I'm such a weirdo. It's real bad. Hi.
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. That's the medical prowess of the Twilight Courtyard. Amazing, isn't it?
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his industry?
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been
Kind of shit would
no
happen in
results.
Honkai Impact 3rd.
If it were successful,
For real?
Thanatos
Is
would
that game that
disappeared
goofy?
without a trace.
I'm probably not gonna play it, but you know, if that game is that goofy,
Nevertheless,
I might.
now is
What
not
are
the
there
time to
comics on the
despair.
game?
At the very least,
I might bother to read
still
them whenever I
something
get bored,
worth
but I still have like a couple books I gotta get through.
If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her.
Let's see.
I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death.
Yet!
At the end of time, Thanatos...
You see, Aglaia, no one has escaped the clutches of death yet. But I'm him, and my aura is so huge that not only did Fuli look at a walking dead body, I'm also just dead. And I'm still around, and I'm still kicking ass. How about that? I'm sorry, no, I need to tone down the cringe meter, dude. Oh, everything's fucked. Oh, help me. To think that like a couple months ago I wasn't like this, and suddenly I've turned cringe. Should I make like because I have a bunch of old VODs where I'm just like different, old me, more timid, not as stupid. Should I make a video on myself like the fall of Casper 1123 where it's just showing like a transition of me like being regular, okay, maybe a bit quiet, but like yapping about stuff, playing video games, into me just brain rot. Huge brain, cocky brain rot, because for some reason that's what my personality's turned into, and I'm kind of disappointed about it. Oh man, help me. It's real bad.
Don't take it to heart, partner. After all, you've already created countless miracles along the way, right?
But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaia?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Oh, here we go.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh.
I like the art style of this game.
Travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Even if I don't necessarily like Anaxa as a character, I
Hey,
think he's kind of interesting.
Excuse me, what is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Zombie. Oh, never. Yeah, I mean, sort of zombie.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion.
Damn, okay.
Titan rejects you, me. Listen.
traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the Void World.
Clip done. Sure.
A voice, about to
I'll look at it
recount
later.
something.
Child of humanity,
Oh, hi, Cersei.
is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm.
How you doing, Cersei?
Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
Of course. Well, we're going on a quest together with an Axa.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
See what he's gonna be up to. I mean, I'm just
There will
listening.
be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is this enough money? Oh, I have enough. Okay, let's gamble. Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
You. I really like the little glitter animation over here, I'm not gonna lie. I just saw this. This is really cool. I like Jesus, man. I like this a lot. I love what they're doing with the animation, even if it's like super niche. There's a bunch of people with artistic. Oh,
It's been a while, Lord Anexagoras. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima.
you're gonna do the Anaxa quest part as well.
Regret about what happened at the
Is it
Grove of
optional?
Epiphany.
Probably. I'm probably gonna do it. Who's this
It's
fella?
you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
Why do you...
Anti-Catherians here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
Why does he have a breathing animation when you do not look like you are, like, biological at all?
I extend to you my utmost respect, revere Titan. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherians perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
Weird fellas.
Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar, if necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
And no, it's not optional. Well, yeah, I figured.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting. Follow me, please. Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
A pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues
How you doing, Egg?
hurriedly.
You're honking
along
it?
this
Sure,
long
man.
path.
Can you not, though? We don't do those types of messages in the Twitch chat here. Because I don't agree with it. And it's my Twitch chat, and I can rule over it with an iron fist. And it's just... no implication of horny. Thank. Thumbs up.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action. Whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Xerxes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
Damn, okay.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
Yeah, damn, what then, huh?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
Can we have another cool moment like with Nikador?
Please, Professor.
Okay, that just happened.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
New map. I see a chest. I see a chest bottom left.
Welcome.
There's a chest right there.
Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment.
Alright, it's time to loot.
Soldier will be here. In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly...
I'm well aware of Kindness's method.
As you wish.
Alright. Money, please.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you. But it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very...
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how...
Off you go. This Titan appears to be quite at ease.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Alright. Time to explore. Well, we're looking for nymphs, probably. Because even the past had Aglaya's threads. That is out of bounds. And that's enough to gamble. Let's go gambling. Boom. I'm done what? What the flip? What the flip are you doing, Ecto? The music here is kind of based.
Over here.
Fighting Lionel in Tears of the Kingdom. Damn, okay. Okay, that's a shame we can't go in there. I'm wondering if there's like a nymph somewhere here. I think that's one. Yep. Okay, so it's red butterflies. Good to know. There has to be... But I got the Majora's Mask, so no, it's okay. I'm gonna cheer to celebrate. Damn, okay, Ecto, that's 245 bits. You know how that I don't know how to respond to that. Anyway. Woo. The merchant. Don't spend it all in one place. Damn! Okay, I'm gonna not do that then. Let's see. So at the final node, it needs to end over here. I have 7 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is impossible. I needed to go over here when we walk off. So 7, 8. What? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7's not possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Let me solve this one real quick. And with real quick, I mean like really slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This might work. It does. Cool. I wonder when I can actually use those golden remains for something.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the Fates.
You could say it's the Fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line. Even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself?
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you
I'm afraid you'll be sorely
Holy shit, a chest. Mine. I can't talk to you. That's kind of boring. Did I miss any butterflies? Probably not. I'll probably get NPC stop here. Oh, nice. Aye, aye, Captain. Alright, and then... That is not a location we're ever going to. You can see because the map says we aren't, but also, if you check very carefully, right? And this is something I've noticed with this game. If we open the camera, I want to flip it to the other side. The detail here is lower. I mean, it's still high enough to actually have particles from the waterfall, but that's probably just because they're using a generalized class to, or like something to just do the water. And then reusing that asset. Can I just go here? Might not be a good idea, but like, who's gonna stop me?
No match for me.
The cube. Let's go back for a moment. Asian civilization, but we have fucking teleporters. Who would have thunk?
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Alright. It's well known that Okima is home to many delightful creatures, but which one is most beloved by the citizens? Oh right, this guy has like a giant ego. I think I'm going to be made to talk to most of the lines for an achievement. This is a bummer. Maybe it's something like this. It could work out. Yeah, it does. Cool. Money, please. Gamers don't look up, but if you do, there's a damn butterfly right there. Free. It's an annoying perspective to have while playing this game, where you're looking like this, because you know, if you look like this, almost half of your screen, maybe even more, cannot have the thing you're looking for on it. But if you look like this, then you can still navigate around quite clearly. It's just that it only takes up a small fraction of your screen compared to the rest of the map. And it leaves space to find stuff like that. Even if the camera automatically adjusts itself to be like this. You just have to fight against it, which is really annoying.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephale's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawncloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
I'm not sure whether I
Damn.
should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere towards
I'm not
us.
liking this
Perhaps
kindness
this
character.
affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kefali's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as...
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Bro is really like, I want to be out of here. Hey, we already went this way.
My,
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge
this mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting.
Anaxapat was boring for me. We're not doing much right
For
now.
all we know,
But we're
this
unlocking
could
a
be
new
the
map.
answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawncloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your action?
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old? 2 years old? Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his Dromastal to sleep? How interesting.
Based! 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 Okay, not Finn. I have the Sharkies, like, not on my bed, because, like, I'm not gonna lie. I think that if I were to actually have the sharks on my bed when I'm trying to sleep, there wouldn't be enough, the wrong way around. There wouldn't be enough space. So the sharks sit at the desk. Or like on the chair, you know. But no. I think that's based though. I'm starting to like him more.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Why does he have such good track of...
The black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there,
I don't have much to say, I'm just listening right now, but...
Thesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition,
I really want Castros with Fugus right there. Okay, so the thing with Castros is... she's good, but she requires support. Fugue is single-handedly the best break support out there. And it's going to be very tough to kick her off that throne for a long, long while. Okay, but she shares a bunch of the break support throne with Ron May, of course, because Ron May still universally ran in every single break team, but Fugue isn't ran in just the boot. It isn't ran in Boot Hill teams, I don't think, because he doesn't need it. He has his own weakness in plan, and Fugue is still ran on Firefly teams, if I'm not mistaken, because the double break is really good there. Like, Fugue is really, really, really good. Really, really good.
Since all living things stem from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa, you...
I did it, teacher!
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
So are you saying that Anaxa was sad about his family getting killed by the Black Tide, so he just kind of decided to perform necromancy? Huh.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
What do you mean?
He's trying to, at least.
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires.
So that's why he has an eye patch.
It's time for me to start a new life.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to continue Thalesis' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding
AKA
of
he's
souls
actually
is
curious. Let's
the
go,
tip of an
science.
iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Alright, let him cook.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related.
I like that they're building his backstory, but also I do hope I'm gonna have to kick ass later.
If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all...
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned...
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Wish more people IRL. Wish more people IRL did this. Understood that they don't know everything and humble a little, because there's some people that I've met that have like the biggest ego and it's disgusting. It's so annoying.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of... I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is a...
Alright. Show what you've done.
The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth...
Isn't that the Dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromas as well?
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs. And it is such collisions that lead to progress.
There's bound to be a butterfly on one of
In
these.
my view, there are only right and wrong perspectives, neither of which can coexist with the other.
What radical thinking.
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead.
That is frustrating.
My
Can't
lead
even
for now.
hear Cersei's talking or finish talking. But let's see if we can find anything. Okay, so here is the garment maker. There are 10 nymphs to be found in this area. Nice and convenient. Good to know. With it only being 10, of course, we can only reach an upper cap of 30 jade instead of 60, and I'm trying to fucking min-max this shit. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, that ain't it. How do I need to end up over there? Oh shit. So when I'm here, this needs to be step 7, 6, 5. So I need to step on it twice. So this is 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that works. No way it doesn't, because it doesn't step on it twice. Actually, 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. 5, 4, 3, 2. That ends at 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That works. And you shuffle back and forth once. Not like that though. Mistimed it. That might be a little tougher than I thought it'd be. So if I do this right, and I walk this way, here I collide. Yeah, no. I done fudged it because I needed to not be pressed at this point in time. Oh, I needed to only be pressed at this point in time. So then it is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I can end here on 6, I'm happy. If I could end here on 5, I'm happy too. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be able to end on this on 5. Shit. Okay, you stick around there one longer maybe? I don't know, I'm not fully planning this out right now, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's not effective. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not it. When I go down here, I need to have a way to go back up the stairs without getting killed. So assuming that this is my 7, this is my 1, this is my 2, probably. 3, 4, 5. So this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I could take the stairs. I don't know if that's a good idea, because that means 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On 7, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does that make sense? 7, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think it works. This gives us another action in between here. Which means I can shimmy over to this, and then, yeah, okay, cool. That was it. We needed the additional, we needed to take the ladder. Cool. I really gotta go to the bathroom. Well, can't talk to you yet. Might be able to later. Yeah, no, all these people cannot be interacted with. But maybe I can interact with this little fella, which would be kind of nice. Well. Oh, anything back here? Oh, you have names. That means you might be able to play some role. How much bigger is this map? So you've come from here. Spatial anchor. Prophecy tablet. Oh! Oh damn. Okay, so it's a good bit longer. Plenty of space to find...
Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Plenty of space to have additional nymphs in. I'm very quickly gonna go to the bathroom. So I'm going to very quickly put on the BRI back screen. I'll be back in a moment. There we are. Sorry, I needed that.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Neusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of
Slay, I guess. I'm sorry, I need to get back into it for a moment.
To be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and metal the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, see, Simon, here's my take about the caster's global passive. The actual ability itself isn't that strong, because the second your characters start dying, you're doing something wrong already. There's something there that is stopping you from progressing. If you need casters to be able to clear content, then that is not good. But the reason why people hate casters' global passive is not necessarily the power of the global passive itself, but the existence of a global passive that has effect on combat, where this directly influences combat no matter if she's on the team or not. If you compare that to what other ideas you could have, like for example, plus 1% speed, people are not gonna like that kind of power creep. This is situationally mildly useful, but not even then. Meanwhile, any other in-combat ability would probably be very good. Very, very good. It's a fear of, indeed, what they're gonna do in the future.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
Gets a global pass of being awesome for having Robin, aka the best character.
Supporters and dissenters, just like how there are two types.
She's very good. I wouldn't say she's the best though.
Geniuses and dimwits.
The cube. Are you kidding? No, whatever. Okay. What are you gonna do about it? I'm not a Robin simp like you. Are you gonna sue me? Okay, that is not it. What shape am I trying to make? Something like this? But now I need to block out only this corner, which is why I wanted to place it down here. Because now I can block this out like that. Ah, got it.
Is that all?
Grinding Jades was slow? Of course it is. I don't mind having to actually play the game to get rewards for playing the game though. Even if the game isn't necessarily complex. The cube. The fuck? What the flip? Casual core flame jump scare? That's Kefali's symbol, no? I thought that was Kefali's symbol. They just casually show off the core flame like that. But if he's still alive, then that's not real, right?
Looks good.
Or did they just tear it out for shits and giggles? Could also be because Yanis, the Titan that Trebios got the core flame from, was already like the core flame. And Trebios got it, right? Hi, Chuck. This is the last sippy of water. How you doing, Pink? Oh, hey, a chest. How's the progress doing? Alright, I can demolish this. Sleepy? Fair enough. I'm honestly kinda sleepy too. I just live in denial. This old hag. Keep moving.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras.
Sleeping for about 2 hours, then consider going to bed.
Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators
Visually
have
the best character.
before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment.
She's very
with their
cool.
words. And
But
yet there have also been innumerable
I'm getting a little
blasphemous
tired of the old
philosophers who
music
set
and battles.
themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history.
15 days is a trend I'm seeing
May the
here.
both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Yes.
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity
I'm not
remains.
tired, but then why are you sleepy?
Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However,
Never said I
in
was.
return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally,
I actually
this
do.
includes the guards as well. You're well aware
I live
how
in your
valuable
walls,
Cersei's
okay?
core flame will be in the Erechrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand.
I didn't
After
type that.
all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers.
I mean, if you want to imply a distinction between sleepy and tired, sure.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
If Aglaya required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for the
Oh, hold on. Where is it? The metal pipe.
It's quite evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time. Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy, there's no way that I would willingly walk on the path that she extols. Given how rigorously she enforces her principles, how would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
I understand what you mean.
I had the feeling I should keep this on
At the
hand
very
for now.
least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right
Is there
to
a
live,
hidden cooldown
just
on
as
that?
we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and
You give me a
Aglaya
damn
are only
concussion.
growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed.
God damn it.
Tell me. what are
No,
we
don't
doing
refund the
to
damn
destroy our
parts.
esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Not doing any kind of effect for that one, sorry. Metal pipe apocalypse, yeah. I'm so hungry for no reason.
Aglaya's authoritarianism, conceit, and arrogance have granted her unfettered control for the most part. Yet these traits are also her greatest weakness. If I can render her helpless by forcing her to experience the agonizing pain of betrayal, I am certain she will never recover from such a setback.
Surely you don't believe that such a tiny betrayal will be enough to push her to her wit's end.
What's more, there are many
Why do you
who
keep
remain
having points for
silent,
these, Spink?
merely watching to see how much chaos I can unleash. Not to mention, you know full well
Where do
that
all these points
Chrysos
come from?
heirs have never been a unit.
I'm not doing the eye check, fuck you. I'm not getting it. Okay, I'll get the damn points refunded. Or something. I don't know what's going on here. How do you have so many damn points? Jesus fuck. Did you dupe them? You're actually not? Well, damn.
At this
I wish I
stage,
got them refunded.
it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion.
Well, I'm sorry. None of them are able to be refunded.
The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be
Why do you have this many points?
and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
I'm getting kind of done with this.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Gonna make Casper stupid. I already am. There we go, that's the last one, right?
believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady
All the
Kindness?
points now.
Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now.
I love.
Seems like you are better at playing this game than I.
How? You said you lied. Okay. God damn it. I just hold on. Can we very quickly pivot to this? So this I checked this real quick, right? This is the clips channel. So this is a clip from earlier. Apparently saying something that Cheese would say. Apparently saying something that Cheese would say implies that I should reconsider my life. No one has escaped the clutches of death yet. But I'm him, and my aura is so huge that not only did Fuli look at a walking dead body, I'm also just dead. And I'm still around, and I'm still kicking ass. How about that? I'm sorry, no, I need to tone down the cringe meter. Good clip, Simon. That's actually really good. You didn't need to do that. You did not need to do that.
In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxandros, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do what she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wish to chat with her and have no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority
Actually,
of
I
the
see that
Council
you
of
refunded
Elders
some
will be
points.
as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame.
No, you definitely
More like
did.
2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately.
I ate it at
But
all.
you
Sorry,
do
Pink.
best to remember this. Fool the people, and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to
Hold
ponder
on, I
the
got
true
this.
nature of souls.
No. No, you don't.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see then.
I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask
Glorp,
and seek
gulp.
answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answer soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see things clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
An expected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
Did that work the way... Can I see that prediction back? Hold on. Oh, I've been given power here. You see, Actor, as a moderator, the second you predict in a prediction, you do not get to choose the outcome. But I do. I could. Do you want those 10k back, or are they going into the void? Anyways, let's keep going.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
I'm getting kinda done with this.
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being
Thank
the
you.
World-bearer.
Had enough for now.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the Holy Mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that?
I have the feeling I'm missing butterflies. Running looks so good. That's technically walking. This is running. Actually, no, this is walking. This is jogging? Speed. No. Jorking? No. Just no.
Go on ahead. Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long...
I have to admit, I never expected you to know.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end
I
of
told
this
Egg earlier to not make masturbation references.
deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to...
I hope things go.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is... It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this...
I like this guy. Yawn.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawncloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you
Well, I don't see how this place is. And even though I've come this far, I'm still down.
I must be getting a...
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's hike. Alright. We're just a short hike away from Kefla.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? I know how far.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Is the... Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Am I hallucinating?
Two of them. Two of them.
Do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
The whispers aren't cool, bro. With the horse?
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
Hey, that guy's based. Nias is based.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my colors.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Why can I buy Ace?
Do you know?
On the other, it's Wish on them?
Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Nine.
No, I have no...
Potentially. Yes. Could be hallucinating. Ha! Refuse to kneel to false gods. You aren't real either. Okay, so this is a zone I have to get back to later. And I presume that pond over there... Oh, here, let's get this real quick. I presume that pond over there is going to serve the same type of puzzle. Can you... One on the right. Ah, you little rascal. Anyway, I presume this pond over here is going to serve in the same kind of puzzle we found in Okima. Where you needed certain symbols on the pond, on the multiple ponds to achieve.
You two again.
To achieve secret stuff. money. It's the S. Usually these are right with achievements too, so let's take a quick look around. Butterfly. Never mind, they removed the ace ornament. Like just now. I got it before it got removed. Yeah, they'll probably let you keep it in that regard. I don't really want it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care for Ace of Spades. So I'm not getting an ornament for it. We can't check behind the waterfall. Okay, that's a shame. We check up here though? Nope, invisible wall. How high can we go? That's it. We need a little bit more coins. We need 2 more. Just a couple. I wish it didn't make this annoying sound, but you know, we can't really do anything about that. Where are the last 2 coins? Probably one over... No, because I can't fly over there. There's one down here, though. Yoink. So I can't go over here. This is where it blocks me. So it should be somewhere this direction. Oh yeah, right. This thing has an idle animation for some reason. And you can't look straight down, which is annoying. Can you look straight up? No, you can't even look straight up. Okay, where's the last one? I would like to take the last coin with me before I go, because that means I don't have to do that later. How far out can I go? Not very. Where is that damn coin? Come on. It might be that I'm just blind and just missing it. That's what usually happens. What the fuck? Guys, I'm clipping into walls. I am just that blind. Now I feel stupid.
You two again.
But it's a shit ton of money. And is there more gambling to be had? 3. Missing 3.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Oh no. It's guaranteed at this point. It's a fucking loop. Okay, cool. Thanks, Amphorius. That confirms it.
God. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Kaos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me. For all, let's just keep going. As long as I take in more
Alright.
sights.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Fine.
Yeah.
If this is indeed
Oh,
as
gambling.
I thought.
Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it.
Then this will be very amusing.
Yeah, definitely do something with the blessings. Okay. Have to end over here. To achieve that, when standing here and about to move right, as the final step, is that true? Wait, this one's tough. Is it? Let's take a step back. We want to end up over here. To be able to do that, we need to somehow have this be stepped on. If we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, that is 5, 6, 7. Got it. Should probably leave and sleep. I'm gonna stop in like 10 minutes. So you're free to watch back the 10 minutes later then if you're gonna go to bed. Which is probably a good idea.
So,
These are the previous generation of Trisosaurs.
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting any.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove?
All good.
No.
I'm pinging her.
Can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey,
It's a butterfly back there.
Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Circe. Gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself. Looks like I'm nearly there now.
I need that.
Of the dead.
It's not yet time, Dumbo. You still have time. Oh. Damn. Okay. Let's see, there was another butterfly over here. And up we go. Did I hear that correctly? They are glimmering like a chest. So I thought I...
Beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era crop.
Well, I'm missing 2 treasures and 2 spirit proofs.
Return to the mortal
They might
realm.
still be up here.
Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
This is about to get yoinked. Nope. Fair.
Chanting that too.
Bound to be a butterfly down here. No? Why am I stretching my neck as if I can like curve over it to see? Do-do-do-do. Well.
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question. But all of you may very well then. Did I still fail to make it in time? Huh? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides. Behind the closed doors of the... This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Damn, okay. What's going on here?
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Wait a second.
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And
Castris is here
you
too.
both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Okay. They're really spicing it up.
Yes, I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you
Sister.
have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Wait, does Castris have a sister? No. I don't know.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cersei's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so,
Wall
I
Street
can
check.
answer Cersei's
Locking it.
question and reclaim my body.
This is not good for my neck.
But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
Okay.
What are you thinking about? Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
Oh. I don't know what to think of this anymore, man. I need to sleep a night over this.
Huh. I was also a child when I looked up at Cersei's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground.
Oh, it's not an autoplay. Oops.
I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot. Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Cersei's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves. But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila.
Okay, so they're gonna leech the
and that is
research.
exactly what we are here for. It's just, I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
It's a bit sad that he doesn't talk, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully they can get that voice actor strike over a bit soon without, you know, fucking anyone over.
Weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
Cool.
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief?
You're a medic. Alright. Let's have a gander. We could run a Danny team in here. But he doesn't like taking the dragon form last I checked. Okie dokie. There you go. I actually really like the music. It's super calm.
Let's wait.
Dum, 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 dum. Yeah. Scroll. Recorded debate. Recall the say the dead touched the sky, but what were they really? Who dared challenge the Titan's authority? They fought. Excuse me.
Really now? This. Or you could sit back and look. I'm kidding, Danny.
I love how they're just so casually standing there. So, as per usual, we're playing story mode, so we're doing slow speed, because I like slow speed. This is the first fight we've had in 4 hours, or I've done in 4 hours, but only been live for 3.5, but you know, it is what it is.
Time to settle your accounts.
This should be fine.
You too will soon head to the Netherrealm. I grant you this as you wish.
This brings up men, I think. No? Oh, this definitely does.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
Alright, that's kinda cool, huh?
Darkness follows me.
Little early, but you know, we win those. No sleeping? Yeah, sleeping. Just give it a moment.
Tide. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this.
So, Anaxagoras is questioning the methods of the people that follow Aquila, that study here.
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky. He's never mentioned anything about it. Might is an understatement. And not yet. It is also this very blasphemer that Cersei's favors. Oh? Let me...
Yeah. And the Yuga combination.
By the looks of them... Sure, go ahead. Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the sky ship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the sky ship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth
that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric... that's what I'd like to know. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more that happened at the Grove? This is the Library of Philia. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find... We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. Nice. No need to hold yourself back. Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't eat. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through...
So they're just taking books. We can go ahead. Alright, what's this read?
I can already see what they must have written. And why else would they call him the Great Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
Because the gods used to be humans.
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholars' allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Anaxa would have probably been spared a lot of trouble if he had answered this way. Instead, he quoted past instances of the flame. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer. So you claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact... Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient. Every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him.
Yappa yappa, yeah.
Then, it was only after a brief silence that he answered. I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs. Yes, I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved. But what's for certain, at least, is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the Grove. By the way, this stack of complaint letters that I'm talking about Anaxa's out... It's a well-kept secret. Among the seven, even the administrators of the Library of Philia are with the Grove in the state.
Ooh, we're sneaking into the lab. I'm just very quickly skimming this. That'll be fine. And we go up. Did they just secretly add another path to this? Did they finally do something with this? Or am I stupid? I know, this path was already here, I'm stupid. I mean, I'll take an expansion of the map.
This is the place, but materials for alchemical experiments make... No, not even close. Not, huh? That...
Yeah, we ran past this. I thought they would expand it. Examining the background. With their divine authorities. Oh no, he's researching Castro's.
What's going on? Anaxa... It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the new sporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, it also makes sense that he would conduct research on him. But now, it seems Anaxa's objective was... Danny, look at this.
Okay. To be the repairs impurities of the soul or maintain connection dying souls. While creation myth tells that Chrysosaurus and other creations were all made by Titans, their nature differs fundamentally. The Titans' creations are no intermediate products of an alchemical process, and the Chrysosaurs are closer to the Titans than the creations. In other words, they're not equal. Study Titans demand a meticulous selection of research subjects. Living Titans prove impossible to restrain, and dead Titans offer no insides. Dying Titans.
My biggest fear. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation. Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep. Oh, do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The growth. That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the... Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing it... Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was... No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise.
Okay.
Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Circes would make a similar decision. The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. Like, what? There's, no. He's after Kefali.
Oh, damn.
This sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick.
The day-night cycle has been lost to this world. So that students like you may still learn about the night sky, astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the Holy City is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Inoxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on.
What is
They
bro
simply
cooking?
choose to feign ignorance because they have no other choice.
Then they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first place.
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on board.
Oh no, he's cooking.
You're right. I shall do just that. Go. Establish your own rule of
Firefly reference?
Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Child of humanity, you didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few questions, did you?
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as Adromas, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom.
Okay.
Before such
What's he cooking?
power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I'm very
I'm
intrigued.
sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa.
We're gonna be on that bridge later.
Blasphemer, Xerxes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just, as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more? The
Bro is
source of
cooking.
life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are.
I don't
Thanks
know.
to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death.
But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No, I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa, I'm here. His life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
Leaving.
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and his survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I see. In that case, let the show begin.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time.
I wanted to have been done
As
30 minutes
unrelated
ago,
as
but it's
these
just
two
so much yapping.
propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Cersei?
Oh dear. Come on, get on with it.
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
Of course you would remember. Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it? And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
Yeah, but this lies further in the past than you.
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Cersei. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world, so who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness, yet you have no idea who she is? The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air. And they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one. Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say that. But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead.
But he's not dead yet. It's what he's trying to get at, no?
All we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like what you did to me. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
The fuck is he doing? Is the yapping done now?
I have news from Hyacinth and Dunhung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit.
They're not done. They're not done yapping.
Keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kindness is up to.
I'm just gonna close my blinds real quick. This might make some noise. Let's set alarm clocks for tomorrow.
Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you are to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
Get on with it.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of
It's been a while.
Oh, hey. Hello, Oleg of M4.
What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious warrior?
It has indeed been some time, Lord Kratos.
I like Kratos, but I wish I have an option to reach for my menu right now.
Shh. Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for Kindness. I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night? Hacker, what?
He's been through a lot lately. Please pardon him. Can you tell us more about these
Oh, hell
thunderclaps?
yeah. I like that one.
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
You have my gratitude.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness is those lackeys she keeps undercover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
That's...
Looks like...
We should get back.
Holy fuck, I have control of my own character. Well, that's gonna be the stream for today, which was already way too long. It's almost 2 in the morning. My hair looks ass. I'm just gonna press this button.